AC/DC began its career in November 1973 with the release of their debut album, High Voltage. The Australian band's second release, the international gold album TNT, established the band as a major international act. AC/DC's next album, High Voltage, was released in 1975 and was the first to have the distinct AC/DC sound that has come to define the band. This was followed in 1976 by the international gold album Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which contained the classic rocker It's a Long Way to the Top, If You Wanna Rock and Roll. Powerage was released in 1977, and the international hit single Kicked in the Teeth was featured on the album. In late 1978, the band released a double album If You Want Blood You've Got It. It was their first live album and included the hit title track. The group's seventh album, Highway to Hell, was released in 1979 and was their last album with singer Bon Scott. AC/DC's eighth album Back in Black was released in July 1980 and was the first album to feature new singer Brian Johnson. The album's title track Back in Black has become an AC/DC classic and has been featured in countless movies and television shows. The album's other hit single You Shook Me All Night Long was a worldwide smash and became one of the band's signature songs. The album was a huge commercial success, selling 21 million copies worldwide and becoming one of the highest-selling albums of all time. Back in Black was followed by the less successful For Those About to Rock in 1981. The following year, AC/DC released a much more successful flick of the switch, which featured the hit singles Nervous Shakedown and Guns for Hire. In 1984, the band released their 10th album Fly on the Wall. This album spawned the hits Danger and Sink the Pink. The following year, they released their 11th studio album Heavy Metal Thunder, which was met with mixed reviews. 2 years later, the group released their 12th album Who Made Who. This was their first studio album since Back in Black. The album featured the hit single You Shook Me All Night Long and was certified gold in 3 countries. The following year, AC/DC released their 13th album Blow Up Your Video, which spawned the hit singles Heat Seeker and That's the Way I Wanna Rock and Roll. In 1990, the group released their 14th studio album The Razor's Edge, which featured the hit singles Money Talks, Thunderstruck and Are You Ready? Five years later, the band released their 15th album Ball Breaker, which featured the hit singles Hard as a Rock and Cover You in Oil. Their 16th studio album Stiff Upper Lip was released in 2000. The album was met with critical acclaim and spawned the hit Stiff Upper Lip. The band released their 17th album, Black Ice, in 2008. The album was a huge success and featured the hit singles Rock and Roll Train and Big Jack. Black Ice sold 8 million copies worldwide and became the second biggest selling album of that year behind only Michael Jackson's Thriller. In addition to chart success, AC/DC's Back in Black has been featured in numerous films and television shows. This includes appearances in films like Iron Man and Back to the Future, TV shows like The Simpsons, South Park, and The Office, and in video games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Back in Black is also the theme music for the long-running Australian soap opera Neighbours.